Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well. So, how is self isolation treating you?
Self-isolation. I think I live in self-isolation almost all the time. Otherwise, when I'm not working, so it's not that tough. But I think it's a good break for at least for our world. Yeah, I mean, at least for Bombay, it's so polluted. So yeah, I've been just sitting at home, reading, watching movies, learning some new things. So, yeah.
So, learning new things, what are the new skills that you're picking up?
I am planning to learn Spanish now online, but apart from that, I've been just doing some directing courses and acting courses and all that stuff online. So, yeah.
Wow, interesting. So, hola to you. But rave reviews coming in for Guilty and your performance as VJ all sunk in because when I met you last, you were sleep deprived after all those promotions.
Yes, I think I was very quiet also that day. So I remember my manager telling me that I think you asked her that is he always this quiet or something on those lines.
I did. I said, he's very quiet. And then you said, I'm sleep deprived. And, the thing is, when I put up that video, there were many people who saying, oh, this guy in blue looks like Chris Evans. I was like, okay.
No, but but I think now it's all settled. I have accepted whatever has come by and all the reviews and everything. So I think it's great that it's people are actually liking the film and liking my performance also.
They're loving your performance. Liking is a very mild word there. So tell us, what was it like getting under the skin of VJ's character?
Uh, Obviously, it was tough because I think when you come from like I'm 24 and it was my first film, so because of all the films that I've seen, I myself saw these characters, some sort of negative character some actor has played, and the next time I would see that actor, there was that little shade that would come in from his last film, and it always kind of stayed. So I was scared of that fact that I hope that people don't see me as you know the chronicles of my last film. But yeah, I mean, it gets tricky. But then at the same time, I was like, I'm not from the industry. I have this one big opportunity, and I have to make as much of it as I can. And it was a very challenging role. So I think that's what hit the mark. That a guy coming from outside doing this role. And everyone was like, a debut, but negative. Like, were you not scared? So I think that's what worked for me as well, because it was different. It was not a quintessential debut for any new person, a guy or a girl.
Which is
So
true
yeah,
because you and Akansha both made your debut with this film.
right.
And you chose to do not the typical roles that a newcomer would choose for his
Yeah,
or her debut. So,
yeah.
was that intentional?
It wasn't intentional. I didn't have five films in my hand to like choose that I can do this one or that one. It was I'd been struggling for the last 6 7 years, and it came up as this opportunity which I read the script and I was very excited to do it because the way Ruchi explained it to me, and if I would have been offered any other film in the any other character in the film, I would have still chosen this one because I found this the most interesting, and I think it's great. Yeah, I mean, I hope actors in at least our industry experiment with such roles because why not? I mean, it's acting for that matter, and these things happen in the world, so why can't we portray them on screen?
And that's amazing because I hear a lot from the new lot. They're willing to experiment, they're willing to push the envelope and not get stereotyped and cast. And also, somewhere do you feel with these OTT platforms, it's given you a wider canvas?
Yeah, it does give you an edge because for someone like me, I'm always scared that someone will give me a film. Okay, fine, but who's going to watch it? Because at least now people know me a little bit. Earlier, no one knew me, so I was not even expecting like, oh, I'll get a silver screen debut because I was always scared that okay, fine, but I don't know anyone, and who's going to first bet on me, and secondly, why will people watch me? So I think that does give you an edge. It gives you a little bit of an opportunity, and also uh, there are lesser risks. I mean, I'm not scared of opening days because आजकल तो मतलब पहले only the traders knew that what the trade analysis and everyone knew what the opening was. अभी कोई रिक्शे वाले को भी पूछ लो उसे भी पता होगा कि पहले दिन पे क्या किया दूसरे दिन पे क्या किया. So that it's getting all the more pressurizing. But obviously, I would love to do films that are on the silver screen. But I mean, I love Netflix. Most of the time, I in fact watch more Netflix than I watch cinema, like films in a theater. So yeah, it's great. Plus, 190 countries could watch my film. Like I got messages from Brazil to I don't know, somewhere in Saudi Arabia and all these places, and I was like, wow, like people are watching me in all parts of the world. So that's great.
So the comments that are coming up saying you look amazing, you have done an amazing job in Guilty, all the very best, and they want me to ask you to interact with them. So do you have a message for this fan following that seems to be building up?
Hello, guys. But so the fan following is it's a lot of females, as I can see, which is a good thing.
Don't you?
But yeah, I mean, it's amazing because I've waited for this moment for like 6 years. Every day and out, I was working on my acting, on whatever. And the first thing for me was that I want to be known for the kind of work that I do and the actor I am, than all the other facades, that how I look and all these other things. So so I'm great. Like in fact, all the most of the comments that I've gotten until now, except the physicality, keeping aside that, have been more about my acting. So I think thank you guys. I mean, I'm really grateful that all of you watched the film and and liked me in it, and hopefully there will be a lot more.
Of course, I mean, the start has been good, and why not? I mean, there's a long road ahead. Now, tell me
This starts
something.
been
If you
great.
can, it's a long road ahead, and I'm sure you are
Yeah.
going to ace it. But tell me something. As you said that you were working on your skills for 5-6 years. People on the outside think it's a very glamorous job because we see you on the red carpet wearing great clothes, giving interviews. But tell me, for a debutante, the struggle. What is it like? I mean, the
Uh,
struggle is real, I know that, but many
I
people
mean,
think it's just see the glamour.
the glamour, it only comes a lot later. Frankly, I haven't seen much of it yet, except maybe one or two places. But I mean, it is a lot of hard work because you want to be known, but you want to be known first for the right things. And second, like I came in Bombay at the age of 18, so it's a very it's an age where you can be influenced very early. So for me, it was like I want to take the right steps because people could have taken me for a ride. People could have made me get into things that won't have helped me, or like a lot of things. You have to make your own choices. You have to decide what to do and what not to do. So that's a very tough bit. Second, going door to door to auditions like Aram Nagars and Mahadas and all these places. I remember we used to stay in Malad at that time, and me and my sister would take the bus every day from Malad in the morning with like a small bag, one my bag, one her bag with 5-6 changes, formals, casuals, this that. Go door to door, audition, do ads, all these TV show auditions and all that stuff. So I remember when I gave my first audition, the casting director was like, coincidentally, I don't know why my mom also went with us. So me and my sister gave the same audition, and he was like, आपकी बेटी कर लेगी, but आपके बेटे से नहीं हो पाएगा. So, so that kind of all these things happened. A lot of times I also sat in my room and thought that maybe this is not cut out for me. Maybe it's not happening. But then it was also that I've spent so many years doing this, and I also did not go to a regular college because I wanted to become an actor. So what else can I even do? I don't think I can do anything else. But yeah, I think the struggle is there, but it's also important because if I would have gotten it at 22, maybe I wouldn't have been ready for the this opportunity. At least it took me 6 years to be ready and to be good and guilty. So yes, I like the struggle. I mean, for sure, it keeps you first grounded, which is very important, and also it makes you work hard, which is the most important thing.
So some more comments coming up. Ketki is saying you have a damn cool personality. Before that, Shrishti has written saying it takes guts to play a negative character and make him look so real on screen.
Thank you so much, guys. I don't know how many people have watched my other interviews. I've always said this, that for me it was not a negative character, because I believe that if someone is a murderer, or whoever is doing something wrong, in their own mind that's not wrong. they have their own reasons for it and they justify it for themselves. So while I was playing it also, I told Ruchi that, listen, I agree that everyone else in the whole set and like all the other actors are going to see this, that okay, Vijay is the rapist, but for me he's not, because if I think of it that way, I will not be able to play it. So I didn't play it as a negative character. For me, he was a very nice guy. Keeping aside that one night, he would have been a perfectly great guy to be with, and I think each and every girl in the film would have loved to be with him. So I played him in that way, and I think that's why if the audience didn't fall in love with the character in the first 1.5 hours, then it won't have worked. But because I did that, I think that worked, and it kind of got to where I am.
Yeah,
You
true.
have to
And now you
commit
have
something.
Brahmastra coming up with a stellar cast, Mr. Bachchan, Ranveer Kapoor, and Alia. What has that
Yeah,
been like?
it's been great. I got Brahmastra, I think 3.5 years back, when I was 21, 22. I remember auditioning for it for 8, 9 months. And by the time I got it, I was like, why is this not happening? Like, what have I done wrong? Because every other time there's a meeting, every other time there's a new audition happening. But it's been great because the amount of training that that they made me do for the film, plus also just being on set. We've shot what for 180 days, out of which I've been around on set for 60, 70, aram se, maybe more, I don't know. And I think being around Ranveer, Alia, Mr. Bachchan, and so many other actors in the film, it's great because I couldn't have asked for a better first feature film, to be acting with Mr. Bachchan and Ranveer in one frame. Ranveer being like my idol, I've always looked up to him. My mom always told me that, if now you're becoming an actor, I want you to do films like him. I want you to work like him. Everything should be like him. But I mean, that's not why I like him. I like him because he's just amazing at what he does, and he's so sincere. And and I think I got to learn that a lot. I couldn't have been as good in Guilty if I wouldn't have gotten Brahmastra, because so many things I learned. Camera work, how to act in front of 50 people of the set who are like working in front, right behind the camera. Because I was very conscious. I remember when I was shooting for the first day of Brahmastra, uh, I think it was the first schedule. We sort of trained in Bulgaria for like 8, 10 days, and then there was a long 25, 26 day long schedule. So somehow scheduling got messed up. There was a lot of snow and a lot of things happened. So I think I sat in the hotel for about 20, 23 days alone, not doing anything. So
Self-isolation there also.
yeah, and I was thinking that, मेरे को पिक्चर से निकाल दिया है या क्या हुआ है? Because they've called me to Bulgaria, so much money they spent, but I'm sitting in the hotel for like no good reason. But then they called me. 24th day I shot. There was a scene. It was an action sequence, and I was so nervous because you're mentally you get completely like uh, zonked, sitting so long in a room in some other country where you don't even know anyone. So I think I was very bad in that first shot. They did 3, 4 takes. The weather was bad. The floor was wet, so I was just slipping and whatever. Like we sort of got it, we sort of didn't get it. And I think everyone's thinking, ki Ayan was also thinking that we've taken him, but is this the wrong right choice? I hope we've not messed up and all that stuff. But then obviously you get better and you learn a lot. I think there was a lot of support from everyone alongside also, because they kind of realize that he's a new guy. He's maybe too intimidated in front of everyone and all that stuff, and which did happen. But yeah, it's Brahmastra was such a good thing to happen. I'm just waiting when people will get to see it. It's been very long. I think we are
I
also
know.
waiting to see it, but
And
hopefully December will happen.
yeah, hopefully soon when everything is okay, we are all waiting to watch the movies. Now somebody's written that you look like Vicky Kaushal.
अरे ये बहुत लोग बोल रहे हैं.
You do
I love the guy.
actually.
He's a
You
very good
do.
actor. I think it's the beard.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I don't know. People are saying Vicky Kaushal, and there's this stellar actor from Pakistan also, Ahad Raza Mir, which a lot
Yeah,
of people
somebody
have been
wrote that
saying.
too. Somebody
Huh.
wrote that too.
So I'm getting all these comparisons, but I hope someday people will know me for who I am.
Of course they will. Of course they will.
Yeah.
And you sing too. I mean, I saw some jam session video on your
No,
account.
I don't sing.
Acha, so who was that? You were just lip
No,
syncing.
no. Yeah, I was just lip syncing because, like you also realized in the first interview, I'm like the wallflower in the room. I don't like to talk so much. So, I remember when we signed on, when we started working on Guilty. So after a lot of like sessions and everything, Ruchi told me that, listen, I know that you don't like attention so much. You would walk into a room, you would want to be on your own side and with the people that you want to be with. But Vijay is someone who enters the room and everyone looks at him, or he wants everyone to, and he'll make sure that he gets everyone to look at him. So I want you to become that. I'm like, okay, but like I'm gonna try, I'm gonna do my things, but like I'll take a little bit of time. So I think these were the sessions that we went through to get that the rock star bit and someone who can sing and perform and get to a concert and have people like sing with him. So it was just me lip syncing, not doing anything else, and acting, or which I'm not that person. Try to be.
Somebody's asked how are Ranveer and Alia on the set on Brahmastra? What is like the mood like on the set of Brahmastra?
Set mood on the set of Brahmastra is always very stressful because we're always behind schedule. but but I mean it's a very tricky film. But it's very the work ethic is great because everyone is so uh, invested in the film because like especially the ADs, like they've been on the film for like I think 5-6 years now with pre-production and then now shooting. We personally have been for 3 years. So Ranveer and Alia are great to work with.
Yeah.
Uh, Alia is very sweet. I think like I've never met all like the industry actors apart from being at set. So I met them for the first time, and they're very sweet. I mean, I never expected like I remember Alia. We walked in on set and Alia came up and like came and said hi and I'm Alia and I don't think someone like a big star like Alia, a lot of people don't do that, and it's great. I think to make new people feel comfortable and feel included. So they do that, and they're amazing at what they do. And I just want to strive and get better and become more like like them at that stage.
I'm sure you will. So, also, what's been your biggest learning from this self isolation and social distancing?
The biggest learning has been I think we all take normal life for granted so much. I remember like when I keep thinking that so many plans have cancelled because people used to call me that come here tonight or go here or whatever. And I would always be like, no, yaar, I'm lazy. I just want to go to sleep. And now I'm thinking that maybe I should have gone there.
I agree.
And also just the work, so many people who have like a regular job, like you wake up and then you're like, अरे आज फिर काम पे जाना पड़ेगा. But then now you realize that, actually that was better than being here.
I know, I so agree with you.
Which is also good. I mean, this was important. This is a breather for the world, also for us as well. We needed time to rethink because, like, environmentally, our world is quite problematic right now. So I think this
Yeah.
is a well-needed break for everyone. Hi, Indian actor Ahar Adra Zamir.
वो देखो, and इतने सारे hearts आ रहे हैं. Hearts, and also somebody's asked me, what does your name mean? They love your name. Even I was very fascinated by your name.
Thank you so much. My full name is Gurfateh Singh Pirzada. My first name Gurfateh means Gur is Guru, and Fateh is victory. So God's victory.
No, you have it in your name, yeah. God will be there. So, what are you watching? I mean, any recommendations you can give people who are listening in as to what you're watching, what you're reading?
I just finished watching Billions, which is a very good show.
Oh yes, Billions on Netflix.
Yeah. Or it's on Hotstar.
Hotstar, sorry, yes.
Netflix, I watched a film. It's a Turkish film, Miracle in Cell Number 7. It's a very good film. You should watch it. It's very emotional. I think everyone who cries watching movies will cry a lot, but it's a very good film. As far as a book is concerned, I'm reading the autobiography of Marlon Brando right now.
You're a Brando fan too?
I'm a Brando fan for life.
Oh.
That, and also there's this another book, A Man's Search for Meaning. It's a very relevant book. You should read it, and everyone else should read it if they haven't yet. It's very relevant in the times that we are right now. How we think that this is only a threshold. I don't think we as human beings can take more than this, but eventually you can endure a lot more than that. So it's a very important book. So you guys should read it.
Thank you so much. All the very best to you, and may the good reviews keep coming in. Hope to see you soon on screen.
Hope to see you soon as well.
And be
Thank
safe.
you. Thank you so much. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye.